Cecil Doyle back with the Medicine Ball Caravan here on KRVS. And really excited now because, over the past months or maybe even a couple of years now, it seems that hardly a day or two goes by when I'm not spinning music that's being produced by a core group of musicians, young musicians here in the Lafayette area. I've been playing groups like Scenic World and Speech Fuzz on a regular basis, and Amanda Sphar is a part of both of those projects and many other things. I'm just so impressed with what these young musicians in Lafayette have been up to. Her solo project, Kid Charleroi, will release the debut album this Friday. Will you welcome to the Cypress Lake Studios, Kid Charleroi?
1, 2, ready, go.
Kid Charleroi, Doesn't Get Better, track from the brand new album that, as we mentioned, will be released this coming Friday. And welcome, guys. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Cecil.
I am so glad that you guys are here. I've been playing this record, and it seems like music from Scenic World and other groups that you're involved with, like Speech Fuzz. Seems like definitely 2 days never go by when one of those groups isn't featured here on the Medicine Ball Caravan. So enamored with this project. Your songwriting is just top notch. It harkens back to the music from the late 60s and early 70s that I grew up, in sort of a melodic fashion, but it sounds totally contemporary. So anyway, congratulations on this record and everything that you guys are doing. First up, the name Kid Charleroi, from what I understand, I think that's was originally a song by Scenic World. Is that right?
Yes, you're correct. Scenic World has a song called Kid Charleroi. Dylan wrote it probably back in 2018, just a little wordplay with the Steely Dan song "Kid Charlemagne."
Okay, I was wondering that.
Yeah, but Charleroi is a small town in Pennsylvania, kind of near Pittsburgh, and I spent a lot of my childhood summers there, so it's a special town to me. So kind of the wordplay of Kid Charlemagne and the town is how we created the name for the project.
Okay, interesting. I did not know that about you. So when did you drift down towards Lafayette?
Well, I'm from Lafayette, but just summer. We have a summer house up there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So wow. Well, so that's interesting. I was wondering about where Kid Charleroi had come from, and I hadn't heard. I have several Scenic World tracks, but Kid Charleroi isn't among them. So that was going to be my first question, was where that name had come from. Well, anyway, again, impressive album. How long ago did you guys work on this?
We started back in 2021 at Dylan and I's old house in the St. Streets, and then it took about a year to complete, I'd say.
Oh, so was a lot of it just home studio or?
A home studio.
Wow. Well, yeah. The results are simply amazing.
Thank you.
It does drop again on Friday, and thanks again. There's a vinyl edition of this album, so excellent. What label is this on?
It's a New Orleans record label called Strange Daisies.
Okay, I hadn't heard of them, so I was just wondering if that was your own imprint or if we got on something else. So. Excellent. So can we hear a couple more songs from this record? I'm totally in love with it.
Yes, definitely.
Very nice. Kid Charleroi here in the Medicine Ball Caravan in Cypress Lake Studios. Kid Charleroi, we're talking to Amanda Sphar, leading this project. Wow, great couple of numbers. What were the names of those songs?
So the first song we played was Doesn't Get Better, and the second one was Daytime Moon, and then we just ended with Keeping Up.
All of those included on the brand new record. And I tell you what, wow, just amazing, amazing songwriting. It's just so reminiscent of the whole, Laura Nyro, Todd Rundgren, Carole King, Laurel Canyon vintage vibe. How did this come about with folks of your generation? How did you manage to get exposed to this sound, or did that even at all influence you?
Well, Carole King is probably my biggest inspiration, along with Todd Rundgren. So you
go.
You listed both of them. And yeah, I think Dylan and I, he's like a record collector, so we would just like listen to a lot of 70s records together, and that sound really just like I felt drawn to it. And when I would start writing, that's just like kind of what came out, I guess. So yeah, I feel definitely inspired most by that decade.
That was the mainstream radio sound of when I was growing up. So, and the whole thing about it is just that it sounds totally contemporary. So it just lets you know that great melodic songwriting never really goes out of style, even though we're living in a predominantly beat-oriented society. But anyway, tell us who's in the studio with you today. I mean, all of these folks are familiar to me, at least musically. So let us know who's playing with you today.
Yeah, so Christina Bertrand is singing backups and playing synth. Dylan Babineaux is playing bass. Ethan Brasseaux is playing drums. And Joe Perillo is playing guitar.
Wow, excellent! All of those guys. And I tell you, Joe, man, those guitar licks you've been coming up with, I swear, some of those are classic. The one that doesn't get better. That little guitar solo you play at the end of that is classic, man. I mean, it's just so restrained and just what needs to be there, which is just refreshing, because you hear so many guitar parts where kind of people overdo it, and this guy knows what he's doing. He knows restraint and when to hit it and when kind of lay back. So excellent guys. So anyway, can we get you to do one more before we let you go?
Definitely. Thanks again for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. Like I said, this is what makes the Medicine Ball Caravan, is having great local talent providing music that we can mix with everything else coming out nationally, and it all blends perfectly. So, what you got to close out with here?
All right, we're gonna close out with 25.
All right.
Yeah. This year might feel the same. In one way, from day to day, no shame. Oh dear, no one's to blame. Some flames will fade, but I'm here to stay, my friend. 25
2025. I think I have a new favorite song from this new album, Kid Charleroi. Kid Charleroi. Amanda Sphar, thanks so much for coming by and giving us this treat of a live performance of these great songs. You'll be hearing them a lot more here on the Medicine Ball Caravan through the upcoming months, years, who knows. It's good sounds. Thanks so much again, guys. The record, again, is Kid Charleroi, out beginning Friday, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, again, thanks, guys. We're gonna